Lily's bookstore. I'm Lily, nice to meet you. So, are you here for some books? Huh? Obviously. But what kind of books are you looking for? Like romance, sad romance, and also romance. Okay, let me see what I got. Okay, so I have 4 books that we can go through really quickly. You won't be here long, I promise. Okay? Because we do close in about 15 minutes, so I just want to get you out of here really quickly. Don't be offended. Okay. So, the first one I'm going to start with is It Ends With Us. This was trending on TikTok, like 2022 book talk. It's written by Colleen Hoover. So I'm going to read you the back of every single book, and you'll tell me what you think of them. And be honest, it's okay if you don't like it. Okay. Sometimes the one who loves you is the one who hurts you the most. Lily, ironic, right? Lily hasn't always had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life she wants. She's come a long way from a small town in Maine where she grew up. She graduated from college, moved to Boston, and started her own business. So when she feels a spark with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Ryle Kincaid, everything in Lily's life suddenly seems almost too good to be true. Ryle is assertive, stubborn, maybe even a little arrogant. He's also sensitive, brilliant, and has a total soft spot for Lily, but Ryle's complete aversion to relationships is disturbing. As questions about her new relationship overwhelm her, so do thoughts of Atlas Corrigan, her first love, and a link to the past she left behind. He was her kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Ryle is threatened. And that's what this is about. So I have read this book. My personal thoughts on it is it's a lot like a Wattpad story. The writing's kind of poor, but I do really like the storyline. I wasn't expecting to. Also, the cover is like really pretty. I definitely want to reread this just because I want to get a different perspective of it. It is a little bit cringy at times, I'm going to be honest with you. There's times I was reading this and I was like, girl. I'm not the biggest fan of Colleen Hoover, but I have like 2 or 3 of her books that I've read. She's not great, but she's not horrible either. Like, I've read worse than her, but she's definitely for the book talk release that I like, oh my god, I want to read. It's not horrible, but there is a good storyline, I think, but it's a little bit like, oh. So what do you think about this one? You're interested? Okay, great. I love that. I'm just gonna set this one to the side. The next book I have is called Everything, Everything. This is also a romance book, but this is like a sad kind of romance. This is one of those like sick romances where the girl is sick, kind of like 5 Feet Apart and The Fault in Our Stars. The girl is sick in this book. It's really good. I was crying at the end. Okay, so I'm gonna read the back. Live life in a bubble or risk everything for love. Classic teen plot. Love. Okay. My disease is as rare as it is famous. Basically, I'm allergic to the world. I don't leave my house, have not left my house in 17 years. The only people I ever see are my mom and my nurse, Carla. But then, one day, a moving truck arrives next door. I look out my window, and I see him. He's tall, lean, and wearing all black. Black t-shirt, black jeans, black sneakers, and a black knit cap that covers his hair completely. He catches me looking and stares at me. I stare right back. His name is Ollie. Maybe we can't predict the future, but we can predict some things. For example, I, Maddie, am certainly going to fall in love with Ollie. It's almost certainly going to be a disaster. So that's the back of this book. This is a really good book. It is sad, but it is really cute, like teenage romance. So I really love it. I read this book back in middle school, and I repurchased it when I was a freshman in high school, and I read it again, and I fell in love with this book all over again. This is one of the books I read when I want like a random book to read that I know I'm gonna love. Like if I'm bored and I want to get back into reading, I always read this book. It's like my pick me back up book. It's really good. Like I said, it's one of those like sickly romance stories. It's really cute. It's one of those stories that has like text messages or emails, and they're really cute. I love them. It's like bad boy meets good girl. I love that trope. And also he does everything he can to keep her safe. Like, it's really romantic, and I love it. So, what do you think about this one? You like it? Okay, great. I love that. The next one is one of my personal favorites. This is my favorite book series and my favorite movie series, The Hunger Games. But this is the last book. Have you read The Hunger Games? You know, you watched the movies. Okay, well, this is the last book in the series, Mockingjay, the most sad one. The most sad one there is. Sorry. Okay, so if you don't know what Hunger Games is, I'll give you a little summary. So basically, it's like this different kind of futuristic world. There's different districts, and each district does a different thing. For example, District 12 is mining, District 11 is agriculture, District, I think, 4 is like fishing, because that's where Finnick is from. So every single district provides something different for the capital. The capital is like the rich people. There's a President Snow. He's kind of the villain, and he's kind of ruling over these districts. Every single year they have a Hunger Games, which is basically a thing where one boy and one girl from each district go to fight in this big like arena, fight to the death. And there's only one victor, one winner. And so I'm not trying to like spoil it, but I'm trying to give you a summary if you don't know what's going on. And so in the first book, there's this girl, Katniss Everdeen, my queen, my bouquet, and her sister gets pulled for the reaping. It's called the reaping because they reap kids out of this bowl, like a big bowl. They just like pull them out, and she's like, Primrose Everdeen. Every trinket, they announce her, and she's so bae. And Katniss, her sister's like 12, and she's like, I'm not gonna let her go. So Katniss goes, I volunteer. And she goes up there, and basically her and this other boy, Peeta, he's my boyfriend, sorry. They go together in the arena, and Peeta's in love with Katniss. He's been in love with her for like 10 years, and some stuff happens, and then we get to this book, which is the very end. That was a really bad summary, but I don't want to spoil anything, so I just shut my mouth. Oh my god, this book is so sad. Let's open to a page and see if I can show you how sad this is. This isn't sad enough. Okay, where does she see him? Sorry. If we burn, you burn, we lose. She says that. Katniss says it in this movie, and it makes me laugh. Okay, so in this universe, basically Peeta gets kidnapped. They're in the arena for a second time in the second book of the series, and they capture the capital, captures Peeta, and they torture him. Makes me so fucking mad. Anyways, so here's a little paragraph to show you how depressing this book is. So Peeta's doing like this interview on TV to advocate because Katniss Everdeen started a rebellion when she wasn't supposed to. So the capital kind of hates her guts. So they took Peeta, like, it's snatch. So Peeta does these interviews where he's obviously tortured, he's malnourished, he's bruised, and they use these interviews to kind of just get to Katniss because she loves Peeta, right? My little book is, okay. Here's a little paragraph. Peeta's physical transformation shocks me. The healthy, clear-eyed boy I saw a few days ago has lost at least 15 pounds and developed a nervous tremor in his hands. They've still got him groomed, but underneath the paint that cannot cover the bags under his eyes and the fine clothes that cannot conceal the pain he feels when he moves is a person badly damaged. Oh, Peeta, I whisper. Oh my god. It's really sad, but it has a good, happy ending. So, it works out in the end. Actually, I'm going to cut our time short because I have to go. But those are the books. So, do you want all three of them? Okay, here you go. I gotta go. Bye.